Transition to University Education Summit TTUES 2024, powered by Standard Mandate International, SMI, Tap Faith, University, MK Patak, Akwa Ibom, and Thomas Abraham Foundation, was held at the Unilag Auditorium with the theme, Getting It Right. The turnout of different schools was quite enormous as the program was kick-started with an opening prayer led by the student of Elias International School, followed by national anthem and recognition of the dignitaries to the high table.
Let us take charge in the name of Jesus. Lord, deliver focus, glorify me. In Jesus' name I pray. I have mentioned to you before that the more you clap, the longer you.
The welcome address was taken and the first presentation, Getting It Right, by Dr. Nelson Ayodele, the CEO Managing Consultant, Standard Mandate International.
I want to formally welcome you to this conference and this transition to University Education Summit. This presentation will be sent to your principal, and all of you are going to have it as long as you have an Android phone, because I don't have the time to go through all this. But what I want you to know is that you need to understand that the level you are moving into is a level that requires that you set your goals. You need to set goals. What will you want to make in all your final examination, in your WAEC, in your JAMB, in your NECO, and in even your post-UTME examination? Set goals for yourself.
The Transition to University Education Summit 2024 continued with the keynote address by Dr. Emmanuel Abraham, the Chairman Board of Trustees, Tap Faith University, Mpatak, Akwa Ibom State, as he lectured the students on the 21st century education skills and career choices, which was quite educative and interesting.
You need to be told that you must get it right. Some of us did not get it right. And that sometimes explains why the country is like this today. We cannot continue to make mistakes about you. So part of our corporate social responsibility is we go do this to young future people like you. And that explains why when SMI concocted this collaboration, we said, fine, let us have as many children as possible. And that must be why you may be aware that you didn't need to pay except to just sacrifice your time and come here. It is a corporate social responsibility to disburse this opportunity, this excellent opportunity to you for the purpose of national growth. You are talking about 21st century. You all are children of the 21st century. When did it start? When did it start? Yes, guy, you are looking at me.
23.
23 years.
23 years.
23 years.
23 years, 1 month, and 16 days.
Oh, fantastic.
It was time for the interactive session and networking activities as the students got to know themselves.
You're free to ask questions, and that's the aim of the scavenger hunt game.
that I'll be introducing to us this afternoon. If you already have your scavenger hunt form with you, can you wave it?
One of the things I picked majorly is every step you take gives you a consequence in the end. If you sleep today, you get the consequence tomorrow. If you work hard, you enjoy and rest tomorrow.
I've learned how to build self-courage, self-confidence, and learn how to manage my freedom and not misuse any opportunity given.
I've learned about how to live my life in university and how to prepare for university in secondary school.
I learned about getting it right and doing what you have to do once so that you don't have to regret.
I think this program has been very helpful because I'm sure there are many people there who hadn't, they didn't have an idea of what they'll use to get into university.
And thank you for reaching out to various youths like me, because it's not easy to get all these things out of anywhere. For them to organize this for us, that means they've kept us in mind and they really want to educate us.
A very good event because it allows students to know things that they don't know or have little idea on. Just gives us like more morale on things that we don't know about.
I've learned about what I should be expecting when I enter in university, because there's a really high chance I'm going to enter university this year and I'll be attending KWASU in Kwara State.
That it's been very impactful for me. It's taught me a lot. It's reminded me of some things that I knew before, and it's given me insight on things that I didn't really know before.
I want to say a very big thank you to Top Faith Academy University for this opportunity and for also teaching us the things that are required or things that we need to learn. And I want to say I hope we hear more good news from them.
This seminar was very, very beautiful, very awesome. I'm not going to lie. Top Faith University, keep it up. I look forward to seeing more great works.
At the Transition to University Education Summit 2024, powered by Standard Mandate International, Top Faith University, Mpatak, Akwa Ibom, and Thomas Abraham Foundation, Professor Patrick Ebewo, the Vice-Chancellor, Top Faith University, Mpatak, Akwa Ibom, mounted the podium for his lecture on the student-centered teaching and learning approach, as well as a short lecture on mental and psychological preparation for University Challenge, taken by Dr. Olumide Lawrence, which was an eye-opener for the students.
It is an achievement-oriented learning that is predicated on fostering deep learning and understanding. A kind of learning that will prompt you to know the subject, and not just learning in order to pass exam.
We don't go to university for fun. We go to university on purpose. Why do you want to go to university? Why do you want to further your education? One, maybe because of your goal. You have a goal set for yourself. This is what I want to be in life, and the only pathway to become that is acquiring a university education for that purpose.
The Transition to University Education Summit TTUES 2024 came to a close with the closing formalities led by Dr. Nelson Ayodele, the CEO and Managing Director, Consultant Standard Mandate International, and the closing prayer was said as everyone departed joyfully and fully fulfilled.
Getting it right, it's a very lovely program for the children. I see it as an opportunity, for the children to learn, for them to be able to reason, of what will come up in the future. So it's a very lovely program, good ambience and all that. And I believe that, giving back to the society is one of the things that I actually love to be part of.
It's a very peculiar stage in the life of students where they move from this stage of secondary education to tertiary education, and so there are a lot of challenges that are expected for them to go through, and that's why we're training them so they can have the human capacity to move seamlessly, so to speak, into that phase of tertiary institution.
Our own concept of entrepreneurship education is very philosophical,
We are using entrepreneurship as a philosophy, as a teachable subject area, applicable to all our 24 programs as of now, because everybody can turn an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship, the way we interpret it in Topfield University, is not just producing bangles or producing cream. No, it is a philosophy. That's the way we carry through it. We borrow the philosophy of Joseph Schumpeter, who describes entrepreneurship as creative destruction.
The university is a model institution in terms of student-centeredness. It's a student-centered university. In a typical, traditional, orthodox university, the students are, if you like, in the periphery. The lecturers are the masters. The relationship between the students and the lecturers is that of master and servant.
The program we had today, when we're talking about the OYO philosophy, once you are in the university, you now have to begin to do it yourself. And that's what we do basically as student affairs, to guide them, to ensure that they carry on themselves, self-driven learning.
For them to tell other people who are not in this program what they have had and what they have seen, and then we can bring more children from the southwest, to the south of Akwa Ibom, Inkpatak, Topfield University, for them to see that top quality education does not just end here in Lagos and in the southwest, and that you can get the best of schooling from that axis. And that is all I'm about.
Achievers Media sincerely appreciate your patronage, and we say a big thank you.